Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are at Montezuma here on the little loop that goes down to Fairmount. We're going to take Fairmount south back to the mid-city area, and there's a lot of traffic, and this is rush hour traffic that I feel like is fairly normal, but what is not normal is all that traffic down on Fairmount. And I don't know exactly what's happening, but luckily Fairmount has a bike lane that is separated by paint and some plastic flex posts. It's not a protected bike lane, at least not the level of protection I would like to see, but this is an unusual amount of car traffic, and well, because there's no hard barrier, we have somebody parked here in that bike lane. A couple people parked in the bike lane. Who knows what they're doing? Maybe waiting it out. I don't know. We get around them, and we are just going to pass everybody, which is fun. I like these videos. I like when I can share this with you. I actually had half a mind to take that bus on this day, but it's been such a beautiful day. It's actually been a bit of a heat wave, so I am riding an e-bike right now because, you know, it's just so hot when it's like 95 degrees or, you know, higher where I start over in El Cajon and then head back here. The temperature drops a good 8 degrees most days between 10 miles east and over here, but still an e-bike is a little bit nicer, and we just get to cruise by all these folks, and we're actually going slightly uphill. And even though I'm on an e-bike, for the people who like to geek out on bikes, I'm riding a Brompton Electric, which caps out on the assist at 15.5 miles an hour, 25 kilometers a mile. And so, I mean, figure maybe I'm going like 12, 13 miles an hour right now. And yeah, just passing drivers. This is usually the part where I remind everybody that, you know, driving in the city is not necessarily faster than riding a bicycle. And, you know, typically that's just because of traffic lights and stop signs, but it's pretty normal for me to be riding on the street and a driver blows past me aggressively, and then we're right there at the next light. Actually, one time up in Normal Heights, me and my neighbor, we happened to be leaving our place at the same time. They were on a Vespa and I was on the bicycle, and over in Hillcrest we pulled up outside the same breakfast spot at the same time, which was kind of funny. But going on a road like this, typically this is an expressway. Typically drivers are going pretty quickly past here, and when they didn't have these flex posts in that we're passing right now, drivers intending to make the right would just bunch into that lane. So I appreciate those flex posts being installed. I believe that was the city's doing, and it's hard to see, but there is a police car blocking Fairmount, so everybody is getting off to the right onto Aldine here, and I'm going to do the same. I thought about maybe trying to continue on, but clearly it's blocked for a reason, so no need for me to interact with that black and white, and we're just gonna hang out here. This is also a route that I take from time to time anyway, especially when I need to access Adams Avenue further to the east in Kensington. And I mean, I don't have to go to Kensington often, but sometimes I want to go by the library. Sometimes I'm picking up food specifically. Sometimes I'm getting something on Adams Avenue, and don't want to go 3 blocks south just to come back up north to Adams Avenue. So especially when I'm on an e-bike, this monster hill is far more manageable. And especially the e-bike is helpful because this little paint I'm in becomes the smallest sliver of a gutter, and as you can see, the pavement quality on Aldine uphill here is pretty lousy. I keep wondering if there is space off to the right to put in a dedicated protected bike lane. I don't know. I would love there to be. I'm not an engineer, but this cliff is pretty sheer off to the side. So Vespa riders coming on up, and drivers typically get around me pretty easily. And I do typically try to stay to the right here just because I'm so afraid that a driver is going to go into opposing traffic right around this turn, and somebody downhill is going to be coming, and there'll be carnage, and I don't want that. So I try to stay to the right up here, and it's usually pretty quiet, so I never have to worry about too much. So I think that the total, maybe there've been like 6 cars, eight drivers or so maybe on this between both directions. So this is the way up, and from here I'll get to Adams Avenue, and then I'll be able to run an errand on Adams Avenue, which I'm excited to do. And I didn't have to put in extra miles. That's one of the problems with biking around also. The infrastructure is often set up where somebody on a bicycle has to go way further than they should have to get somewhere. But we got a straight shot. We passed a bunch of drivers. That's so much fun. So from here, I am going to run a couple of errands while we drive less and ride a bike. Thanks so much.